"I'm going back to my ex," my wife said after 15 years of marriage. "And I'm taking half of everything," she smirked. I just nodded. The next day, her sister called me, panicking. "My God, what did you tell her?" It started like any normal Tuesday. I got home from work, dropped my bag near the couch, and before I could even loosen my tie, she was standing there, suitcase packed, keys in hand, her mouth already forming those words. I just stood there, no begging, no shouting, just nodded and said, "Okay." That was enough to make her blink twice. I think she expected me to gravel, but I didn't. She stormed out, left the house we built, the life we had, without so much as a second glance. I sat down that night and quietly pulled out the folder I'd been keeping in the safe for 2 years, labeled "If She Ever Cheats." I wasn't angry. I'd seen the sign, the late-night texts, the fake work conferences, the changed passwords. I just needed her to say it first, and she did. My lawyer was ready. I filed first thing in the morning. Attached the folder, screenshots, GPS logs, hotel receipts, even voice recording. Enough to convince any judge that I wasn't just blindsided, that this wasn't mutual, that she had been having an affair for months. The clause in our prenup kicked in. Infidelity voids any claim to assets beyond her own income. She didn't remember that part. I did. At 9:47 a.m. I emailed her everything. Subject line as discussed. No body, just the PDF. At 10:12 a.m. her sister called me. "What did you tell her?" she screamed. I just reminded her of the prenup. Apparently she'd gone straight to her ex's place, thinking she'd walk in with half of everything. The house, the savings, the business I started 5 years ago. She was already talking about renovations and how they'd used our cabin as a weekend getaway. But when she opened the file, she realized she was walking away with nothing, not even her car. It was under the business name. She didn't read the fine print back when we signed. Too caught up in the beach wedding and custom cake. By 11:00 a.m. she was outside my office, mascara smeared, asking if we could talk. I told security not to let her in. Then I forwarded the file to her parents. She didn't expect it to go public, but once her ex saw the evidence, even he ghosted her. He wasn't in it for love, he thought she'd bring the money. When he realized she brought nothing but scandal, he blocked her. She called my assistant later that day, pretending to be from a charity. When I didn't answer, she showed up at my sister's house, crying, desperate, screaming that she made a mistake, but I didn't flinch. She once told me during a fight, "You'd never leave me. You wouldn't survive alone." She laughed when she said it. That laugh stuck with me. It hurt more than the cheating, so I learned how to survive. Quietly, patiently, preparing. She thought she was breaking my heart when she walked out, but I had already let go of her long ago when I saw her texting him at our anniversary dinner, thinking I didn't notice. I did. I spent the next year rebuilding therapy gym. I bought new furniture, gave the house a fresh coat of paint. I took up photography, started traveling. I even met someone, not romantically, but someone who reminded me of who I used to be before I let her opinions shrink me. I ran into her at the grocery store once. She looked older, worn out. She forced a smile and asked, "How have you been?" I said, "Happy." She blinked once, twice, then nodded and walked away. Later that day, her sister texted me again. Just one line. She says she still loves you. I didn't reply. Sometimes silence is the most beautiful revenge. It shouldn't have happened, but it did because